Yes, sir, please, you can on your mic. So, please, are you ready? Yes. So, I
Adam Ahmed Baba,
swear by the Almighty God
swear by the Almighty God
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
touching the matter in issue shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
So help me God.
Please introduce yourself to the committee.
I'm Al-Hassan Idrisu, the government statistician. Thank you.
Good morning, Chairman. My name is Kojo Asante-Mensah, Director of Administration, Ghana Statistical Service.
Good morning, Madam Chair. I'm Adam Ahmed Baba, Principal Accountant, Ghana Statistical Service.
My name is Francis Siripi, Principal Accountant, Ghana Statistical Service.
My name is Asanti Ansari, Head of Internal Audit.
All right. Let's look at paragraph 182. Ghana Statistical Service, Cape Coast, Central Region. Do you have the head over here to answer these questions, or you are going to answer for that person?
Madam Chair, thank you.
6,000 for lunch and per diem, and you accounted for only 39,600. Where is the 6,400? The recommendation was that the regional head should ensure that the accountant refund the unaccounted amount of 6,400 and same paid into Auditor General's recoveries account with Bank of Ghana. Have you done that?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Madam Chair, and Ranking. We've done that.
Now, do you have any evidence of you doing that?
Yes, please, we have evidence, and we've shared with the auditors, and we have a copy available here.
Auditors, could you confirm what he just said?
The receipts, yes.
Honorable Chair, we are here to lay hands on that evidence.
Sir, you said you've shared it with the auditors. Now, Auditor General is saying that they are yet to see it. So which is which?
Okay. So, Madam Chair and Honorable Rankin, we shared it with the regional auditors. So maybe it's yet to get to headquarters.
How long ago did you share with the regional auditors?
On the 12th. We did that on the 12th of August. Thank you. Yeah.
That was when you were supposed to have come here, that we postponed it.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Should we withdraw the swearing in that you just did?
I'm sorry. I want clarification on your question.
Okay, clarification. You swore to tell the truth and the whole truth, and you said giving it to the auditors. And auditors are saying that they don't have it.
So, Madam Chair, Mr. Rankin, Honorable Rankin, we said we had shared with the auditors because we look at the regional auditors as part of the Ghana Audit Service. So when we said we had shared with the auditors, we meant that we had shared with the regional auditors.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Auditors, could you collect that one and then verify it, and then we'll get back to them. All right, government statistician, you are discharged.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, and thank you, Mr. Rankin. We are very grateful.
But you see, this simple thing could have been solved at that level.
That's Right.
So we waited all these hours. We dragged all of you here.
Yeah.
Half of your day is wasted just to answer for 6,400. Yes. That is causing financial loss. All right. You are discharged,
But
please.
Dr. Alasan, congratulations. I worked with Dr. Alasan when I was at the Ministry of Finance. And congrats on your new position. I pray and hope that with you there, some of these things will be checked and they will not find their way into the report. So I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Honorable Rankin, and thank you, members of the committee. We'll make sure that going forward, we don't see such infractions. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Now let's call Minister of Health. Now, because of time, anybody who would answer questions for Minister of Health, you will get up and we'll swear all of you in. Anybody who is to answer a question over here, you will get up and we'll swear all of you in.
I,
Martin,
swear by the
Almighty God,
that the evidence I shall give before this committee, touching the matter in issue, shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Okay, Honorable Minister, introduce yourself, and the rest of your delegation will also introduce themselves after that.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Honorable Ranking Member and the members of the team. I'm Grace Ayensu Dankwa, the Deputy Minister of Health. But before I continue, I really want to say something. It's rather unfortunate about the statement that I was late. I woke up this morning at 3 a.m. with very high fevers and diarrhea. So I've been in the hospital all morning since 4 a.m. So I'm aware that Chief Director is aware of what has happened. And so I'm of the impression that he would have told the committee that I'm not feeling well. So as I sit here, I'm still running a temperature, but in the interest of God and country, and for accountability, and for transparency, that is why I'm here. So thank you.
Thank you very much,
the rest of my team,
for the sacrifices you are making for the nation.
Thank you. For God and country. The rest of my team is here, and we shall do some self-introductions. Thank you.
So, I'm Desmond Boatin, the Chief Director of the Ministry of Health.
I'm Elvis Anaba Iyaba, Financial Controller, Ministry of Health.
I'm Daniel Insia, Finance.
Good morning, Madam Chair. My name is Frank Raji, the Director in charge of General Registration, Ministry of Health. Thank you.
My name is Wilfred Ado, Director Internal Audit, Ministry of Health.
Honorable Chair, I'm Peter Yeboah, Executive Director, Christian Health Association of Ghana. I bring you prayerful greetings and blessings from CHAC.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. My name is Ben Ampumankansa, the Director for Infrastructure, Ministry of Health.
Thank you very much, Ministry of Health. Your first infraction is on paragraph 391. And Honorable Duke William Ellen Kwame Amwakwata Ofuriata will take care of it. Now, what feeding in us?
Honorable Chair, the infraction is at Greater Accra Region, the head office. And the findings of the auditor state, we noted that payment vouchers for 75 transactions, totaling 7,714,610.53 pesos, were without receipts, signed claim sheets, minutes, and reports to account for the transactions. The transactions number 75. There are 19 of them which are above 100,000 cedis, and they are between 2,000 cedis and 900,000 cedis. Mr. Chair, my concern is there was no management response to the auditor, and that is of great concern. My question to management, has the needful been done? Have you located the 75 PVs and shared same with the auditor, please?
Madam Chair, thank you very much. Yes, please. We have identified all the 75 transactions and we made them available to the auditors for verification.
Auditors, can you please all 75 what you have received?
I'll respond to your questions. Honorable Chair, subsequent relevant documents were presented and were reviewed.
I'm sorry, auditor. You said I didn't get it.
I see they subsequently presented a document, the supporting document.
Subsequently.
For review.
All right. The next infraction is... Oh, you have a follow-up.
Chief, on page 91, that is item number 31, it says that funds for processing of the ministry's bills. I want clarification on that. On page 91, item number 31, and it says funds, the description, unsupported payments. That is what the auditors say, unsupported payments. And there's a description of funds for processing of the ministry's bills, 500,000 Ghana cedis. And I'm wondering that if you have accountants, if you have budget analysts, if you have all the relevant people filling in positions, and they have to process the ministry's bills, why must it be charged to government again when at the end of the month we all receive salaries? So there's a 500,000 if you don't have the book, you can ask the auditors to give you a copy, their copy. But it's 91, item number 31.
Thank you, Honorable. If you permit us, we will go back and have a look at it because I can't actually remember.
Because you just said that you have discharged, you have given the vouchers and everything. So the voucher should give the description. I'm only asking that, what is this funds for processing of the ministry's bills? If you have people employed in various positions to do this work, why must we charge government an extra 500,000 for processing the ministry's bills? And that is what we find here. And if you have discharged the vouchers, because it says unsupported payments, that's a description of this infraction. And so I want some clarification on that.
Thank you very much. Honorable, with these lists that we have here,
yes,
there are some of them which, for not to defend though, but sometimes the description differs, but we use the PV numbers to identify what actually the transactions are.
Okay, so I think here, they said the sub, I think the identity /004/23/ RW. So if your people can trace and give us some briefing on it before we leave here, we'll be very, very grateful.
Thank you very much.
Because I've provided you with the PV number and you also have it there. And then we go to, this description also says unsupported payments, and that is why I'm a bit concerned, more concerned than ever, that there's a payment for the proposed construction of a chips compound at Kwenyako Esuojaman district. A whole capital expenditure. How come you didn't have the supporting documents when the auditors came? And this payment was 802,725. And this is a capital expenditure item. So before you make any payments on capital expenditure, you need to come attach the various documents, the relevant documents necessary for the payments to go through. Yeah. So how come when the auditors came, something as a construction of a chips compound, you did not have supporting documents, but yet you had paid 802,000?
Thank you very much, Honorable. If we look at the initial comment raised by the auditors, yes, they mentioned receipts. The challenge we have is that for the spirit of the use of IT, but when the auditors come and you show them, they don't accept it as a receipt. So most of them, they have picked them up. Go back to, if they definitely emanated from Ghana Health Service, through our treasury system, and to reduce the human intervention, we might not go back for the receipt from the supplier or the contractor. But in this case, we have to call on them again to submit the.
But what does the law say? You said you might not go for the receipt from the supplier. But what does the law say in respect of this?
Yeah, in the law, it is not explicitly mentioned for the use of SWIFT. But
no, in terms of proof of payment, what does the law say?
It's a receipt.
So you can't say we might not. It is a must that when you make payments, you get your receipt to show proof of payment. So you can't use the word might there, that we might. No, you have to, so that when the auditors come, and especially when it's a capital expenditure item, you should have all these things, the relevant documents present. There are quite a number of them in this book. So that is why we are bringing it out. I know you do a lot of infrastructure projects, but we can't, you can't be cited for unsupported documents for something as huge and visible as a capital infrastructure item. So Ministry of Health, I think you can do better than what you have done here. And that is why from the beginning I said that there are certain things that shouldn't even appear in the report if you pay particular or regular attention to the infractions they raise when they come to your ministry. And so you have to also confirm to us whether the PVs came with the relevant attached documents in terms of the capital expenditure item as stated on page 92, item number 52.
Honorable, sorry, I withdraw the mind I use. Yeah. It's a must.
It's a must because, yes, per our public financial management law, it's a must to show proof of payment.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Chairman.
Go ahead. Management, or Chief Director, I want to know what administrative processes you're putting in place such that you meet the auditor's deadlines. Because some of the invoices, as low as 2,000, I'm sure you had it and could have presented it to the auditor.
Honorable Chair, thank you very much. I think there is this issue of, records keeping, and so I have taken serious and the attention of the accounts division and then the auditors, the internal audit division. That going forward, there's a need for us to keep proper records so we don't, encounter these challenges that we are going through now.
Chief Director, on the same page, there's processing of first GNS expenditure, goods and services expenditure for 725,000. Can we explain that?
Honorable Chair, please, which number is that? Are you referring to, please? 21.
Number 51.
51, okay.
Thank you, Honorable. Please, there is, I'm sure they use a generic term for maybe some distribution of the goods and service to the various departments in the office. So maybe we'll have to get back on that as well.
See, the unfortunate thing is we are on national TV. We are live. And this information is public. So when people look at it, hey, Minister of Health, 725,000 processing goods and services expenditure. I think I will move on. The next infraction is on paragraph. You had a question. Sorry. Go ahead.
Chairman, thank you very much. Mr. Director, when you look on page 90, you have an item number 6, and it talks about end-of-year package for PPA board members and CTRC members of about 90,000. That is the first one. What end-of-year package? Because these are primarily expenditures at your outfit. However, also, on page 91, there seems to be so many monitoring and evaluation item lines in this report. You look at 31, at 32, you have monitoring and evaluation, 73,000. You look at 33, monitoring and evaluation, 43,000. You look at 38, funds for evaluation, 35,000. And ultimately in it, funds for media performance. That is also about 100,000. So if you look at all of these line items, however, the reason why I ask is that also when you look on it, you have TNT for outstation inspection, you have TNT to Adaklo, you have TNT for inspection of government projects. So what are the differences between all of these things? What are these monitoring that we have so many line items and we have media review, and at the same time, TNT also for people who are going to inspect government projects?
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable. I will just want to emphasize, mostly, the core mandate of the ministry is policy direction and monitoring and evaluation. So some of the payments, and we have several of the units, our PPME, our infrastructure, and other divisions in the ministry do occasionally have these monitoring exercises for the ministry. And for that of project sites, like Adaklo, maybe, so when there's a need for us to visit, I'm sure if there were other responses, you would know. The Adaklo itself, we had a challenge there whilst we were putting up that isolation center. So I'm sure that was one of the expenditure that was incurred around the area. Thank you.
And the first one that I asked about the PP end of year package.
Thank you, Honorable. On the issue of the payment to the PPA committee at the end of the year, it was some souvenirs of the ministry that we purchased to be given to them.
All right. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chair. If you look at the table, some of the made, it leaves a lot of questions that one needs to seek answers from. Well, if you go to the table, you go to table number 31. You have asked about that.
They said they'll provide us with the details before we leave here. So
just processing of your bills.
Maybe you should step that one down and ask another one.
Half a million.
Yeah.
And then if you look at from 65 coming, maintenance of ambulance. So what's the difference between maintenance of ambulances and the maintenance of the ministry's vehicles? And then if you look at it here, the up to 72. So if they are bringing this, I think they should add all of them so that we can peruse them. Because 72 supply of parts for maintenance of ambulance. So I don't know.
Honorable, they are going to give us a detailed report on this list? Because we have more questions.
There are more questions on the table.
To ask.
More. I want to find out from the 62, the payment for the consumption of the cheese compound, is it one cheese compound or a number of cheap compounds? Because penetration here is about one cheap compound.
Yeah, in relation to the ambulance, when you look at the list, it's a list of which they extracted from the bank statement. But it is one particular PV that we paid in bits. That's how you see maintenance of ambulance, maintenance. In any case, that payment was a treasury payment that we initiated by National Ambulance, and we make those payments. So as and when they initiate those payments, and with availability of funds, then we release the funds as such. Thank you.
You see, gentlemen, honorable members, we have quite a lot of questions to ask over here, but have in mind we are going to consider the COVID report, and Adeklu will come in where we rented a place far more than the value, yes. And then the same thing too, we'll talk about Abankro. So you wait, when we get to the COVID report, we'll bring Minister of Health back and they will answer all those questions, because Abankro will spend over 901,000 Ghana cedis on it for COVID. But COVID report is there, honorable members, and we'll have the opportunity to question them again. So let's move on this one. The next infraction is on paragraph 394, and Honorable Sherry Che will take care of that one.
The auditors noted that this is about unpresented payment vouchers. The auditors noted that the financial controller did not provide 22 payment voucher transactions amounting to 39,649,998.75 Ghana cedis, which was paid from the sub-CF account. The auditors recommended that the chief director should recover the total amount and pay same into the Auditor General's recoveries account. Can you please update the committee if you've done that?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Yes, the payment vouchers have been retrieved and then they've been shown to the auditors for verification, and that has been done, Honorable Chair.
Can the auditors please confirm if this has been done?
Honorable Chair, they were able to present the payment vouchers, although it came late, but we have gotten all the vouchers and reviewed them.
You have all 22 vouchers?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
The next infraction is on paragraph 397, and it's unserved bond of 8,172 Ghana cedis. The recommendation was for you to recover the unserved bond amount with interest. Has that been done?
Yes, Honorable Chair. This has also been done. The bond has been retrieved, and then the evidence has been shown to the auditors for verification, please.
Could the auditors confirm that, please?
Honorable Chair, we can confirm that.
Thank you. The next infraction is on paragraph 402, and Honorable Abna Osaya Sar will take care of that one.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. But I just want to find out, Lightwave Healthcare Solutions, the unpresented payment vouchers was 39 million, and Lightwave alone had 30 million. I want to find out, what exactly did they do for you, or what kind of service do they provide?
Thank you, Honorable. Lightwave provides services to our hospital, our e-health system. They provide them to all the institutions, all the hospitals. Yeah, so we depend solely on them on that.
What does the e-health, what is the e-health about? If you can please throw some light on it for us.
Thank you. Honorable Chair, I think the e-health deployment has to be medical records of all in all our facilities. So all the electronic medical records of all patients countrywide. And apart from that, they also have to, as part of the software, it's able to give us an indication of any case. If, for instance, patient case, we see the trend, we are able to signal, it's able to give you a signal that this is a particular issue that the ministry, for that matter, the ministry should take note of. So that is what it's all about. It's actually an electronic medical record that covers all our health institutions in country. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you very much. So such an important thing. The auditors come and it takes you forever to provide them with proof of this. It doesn't sit well. Variation without approval from 403, I think, to 405. And we all know the law that if you want to vary an item or a project and it's beyond 10%, we need to do the needful. But the auditors are saying that there are quite a number of projects, including projects in my constituency. Yes. I need to put it out there, including projects in my constituency that you did. You varied beyond the 10% and did not go through the right process. In there, I have seen the same construction of chips compound at Esio Jamai. In the first, in paragraph 391, the auditors told us you made a payment of close to 800,000 Ghana cedis for the same Esio Jamai chips compound. And then we come to variation without approval, and there's also another payment. Are they the same or they are two different payments? Because that one was 802,000 Ghana cedis. And then this one is 1.318 million. Page 96, item number 4.
Honorable Chair, thank you very much. I must say that, just like you rightly indicated, we had an engagement with the auditors, and this information was provided. I mean, like you know, once there's a variation, the law is very explicit on that. So we went through the due process. If you looked at all the chips compound that we're talking about, there were just 8 of them that had issue of variation in terms of change in scope that led to the variation. A bigger chunk of it has to do with the fluctuations that were incorporated in the contract. Because of delay in payment, these fluctuations actually resulted as a result of that because of the erratic nature of the payment. But in respect of the variations, right, like the process clearly speculates. If you looked at what we actually went through, we actually went through the ETC to seek approval way back on the 22nd of December. And then it was conveyed to us on the early part of January before the process was actually completed. So in principle, because of the issue about communication, this particular information was given to our auditors. But just like they indicated, I mean, in the process of coordinating the exercise, we submitted our inputs to them for their verification. But like I said, we went through the due process, and there are evidence to that effect. We went through the ETC, and then all the approvals were sought.
But when the auditors came, maybe you couldn't give them proof of that.
Then you
gave them.
Like I said, there was a proof of that. But like the information, I'm thinking the whole issue, when the issue came, the whole issue was being coordinated from my department. We submitted all the inputs, but I think it never got to them. But they can attest to the fact that they have really seen it after that, and they've certified.
Ms. Ankansa, you yourself are doubting. You say you think it never got to them. Why is it that when a query is raised, an infraction is raised, we don't follow through to the end when the auditors come to our end? That is one of the huge challenges we have with these reports. They come and it's like, do what you want to do. I will come and answer whatever I want to answer. Because clearly, if you had all these documents and you provided it to them, I mean, you made sure that the auditors on your site got hold of these documents, I don't think they will be here. So auditors, can you please confirm if you have received all the items, the relevant documentation for the variations that were made, and then we can make progress on this, please.
Honorable Chair, what they have indicated to us is that the reviews are supposed to be done by the ETC and not the Central Review Committee, which we said, okay, so if you have the ETC approvals, then make them available to us for our review. And as I sit here, I don't have those approvals. So if they have it, they can make them available to us.
Mr. Ankansa, are we on the same page or we are speaking to two different things?
Honorable Chair, we are speaking to the same thing. Like I said, this information, the approval was actually given as way back as 22nd of December. So
I understand that, but now they are asking for proof. Do you have it? Have you given it to them? If you have it, if you haven't given it to them, we give you the opportunity to hand over.
Madam, Honorable Chair, the information is here. I can just hand it over to them. But it actually was given. It was given.
Can you let us know when you gave it to them?
Honorable Chair, we gave them the information on two different occasions. The issue is the officer who comes still stands by the law that states that you should not exceed 10%. So even though he has the document, he's still not satisfied because we have still moved away from beyond the 10%.
And Mr. Ankansa is saying that, yes, you went beyond the 10%, but you did the necessary things. And I'm asking, so the necessary provisions that backs your variation, have you shown it to the auditors? If you've shown it to the auditors and they can clear you, that is fine. If you haven't shown it to them and it has to do with procurement processes, we hand you over directly to the Auditor General, the Attorney General, to proceed with it. So that is why we are here. We are asking.
Respectfully,
yes.
Madam, we have handed it over to them on two occasions, of which a copy is here. We can still give it out for them to review that. Thank you.
You see, if you read the report and you get to paragraph 405, this is the observation of the auditors. We recommended that the Chief Director should seek retrospective approval from the Central Tender Review Board, which management noted for compliance. However, as at the time of this report, the approval has not been sought from the Central Tender Review Board, and which management noted for compliance.
Thank you, Honorable. That's why I'm saying we have the documents here, and I can attest that just that we have given it to them on two occasions. It depends on the stand of per the law, because it is 10%. If it goes beyond it, he still holds the argument that we have gone beyond it. But we have the documents available for that. Thank you.
So the auditors, you will take the documents they have today and verify from your team who went to Ministry of Health as to whether they also have that same document. And then you can get back to us whether this infraction has been addressed or not, and then we take the due process. We follow due process. Honorable
Chair, can I speak? Can I come in, please? Honorable Chair, what is happening? If you looked at their recommendation, they were requesting that we seek approval from the CTRC. But what we are also saying that because of the threshold, it is within the ETC. If you go through the law, if you look at Section 20, subsection 1, and then Schedule B, it talks about the fact that if the threshold is between over 500,000 to 50 million, it has to be done by the ETC. And that's exactly what we did.
Auditors, what do you say about that?
Honorable Chair, I think in my earlier submission, I indicated this. I did. That was the explanation that we were given. But subsequent to that, we were asking them to provide the approvals from the ETC, which they were not able to provide them to us. But they are indicating they have it here. So we'll look at it. Because from the team that went to do the checks, they indicated to me that they don't have any evidence of whatsoever may have happened with the approvals. And so if they have it, per your direction, we'll take them and look at them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The next infraction is on paragraph 407, and Honorable Bao will handle that one.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. 407 relates to uncompetitive procurement. Uncompetitive procurement. And the auditors noted that you did procurements totaling 1,332,344.97 Ghana cedis for goods and services without the use of the correct procurement method as prescribed by the Act. And so the recommendation was that the Chief Director should initiate the process of implementing the provisions under Section 92 of the PPA Act as amended for the implementation of sanctions against the officers whose action occasioned the anomaly. Have you initiated the process of issuing, implementation of the sanctions against those officers? Have you done that?
Thank you very much, Honorable. If we look into the list, we notice that it is about conferences. We should have taken 3 quotations for each of the conference. But what we have done this time...
Sir, excuse me, it's not all about conferences. We have supply of parts for ambulance. We have maintenance of ambulance. We have payment for supply of laptops. These are all payment for goods and services. And mandatorily, you need to get the necessary quotations for it. And these are common things, and I don't think that we should come before this committee over these things.
Honorable Member. Honorable Member, this is on competitive procurement, and I recommend that we send it to Attorney General for prosecution on that one. So let's move to the next one, please.
Honorable, sorry.
Paragraph 410. And Honorable Alex Hetoje would take care of that one.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, this particular paragraph has to do with payment of rent for temporary medical stores. The issue is that in 2014, the ministry's central medical store was gutted by fire. And from January 2015 to January 2024, you spent a whooping amount of 40,054,615.74 on rent. The auditors were alarmed. They approached management, and your excuse was that you started a new project, but money was not forthcoming from the Ministry of Finance. So they saw how exorbitant the rent is, so they advised management that you should get back to Ministry of Finance for you to get the project completed. What have you done so far about that?
Honorable Chair, thank you very much. The ministry has taken steps, and then in the mid-year budget, the Minister of Finance got it reflected in there, and so in the supplementary budget. So we'll be following up for the monies to be released for the continuation of the project, please.
How soon? Because the rent is too much.
Yes. So that's why we are following up with the Ministry of Finance so they can release the money to us on time so that we can complete our project, please.
Mr. Chairman, I'm done.
Hey, the next infraction is on paragraph 414, and Honorable Bao will take care of that one, please.
Thank you, Chair. And the infraction on that paragraph relates to...
That's Ghana Health Service, so are they here?
Ghana Health Service, are they here, head office?
Are they the ones seated around the table? Ghana Health Service.
Yeah, Honorable, let me just chip in. The agreement is that we will deal with the Ministry of Health and its agency. Then we come to Ghana Health Service and its hospitals and district health directorate. If you yield to
you come here to give us a deal.
Oh, no.
So allow us to do our work.
I'm sorry, Honorable.
Thank you. Ghana Health Service. Minister, as for you have to sit through, so whether Ghana Health Service or the ministry, so you and your chief director. Ghana Health Service is not here. With us. So Ministry of Health, if you have any arrangements, you come and confirm with us as to whether that is the arrangement we should use. But you never came to us. And so we are following what we have decided to do. The guidelines have been given to us.
Mr. Martin gave us the program for today.
Yes.
For the program for today, we deal with Ministry of Health, its agency, before Ghana Health Service come with its... so he gave us a program.
Ministry of Health will have to sit through anyway, so, I mean...
Yeah, we agree to that. Because of their numbers, that's why we are proposing, with a proposal, please, that if we could finish Ministry of Health and the other agencies, when Ghana Health Service comes, then we deal with Ghana Health Service and the regions and the district hospital. My plea, Honorable.
The regions under Ghana Health Service, there are many who are halfway. Why don't we deal with them so they can leave? And the headquarters, you are here. Outside Accra, leave, and then you, Accra, I think it's only fair that we... Minister.
All of us. Skip lunch, so would you. You will skip dinner. We will not skip. And we'll be here till 10 p.m.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Madam Chair, we're here for the long haul. And we are in it with you because we believe in the same principles. So I will excuse my team. We're waiting for Ghana Health Service, and then we will continue as you wish. Thank you.
Chief, I think you came with them, and we only ask that they sit somewhere so they don't stand.
if Ghana Health Service, have they been sworn in? Or where they mean?
So, respectfully, are there teaching hospitals here? Are there teaching hospitals here? Super. Please, let's go ahead.
Please repeat after. Okay. I, Samuel Kabak, swear by the Almighty God, that the evidence I shall give before this committee, touching the matter in issue, shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Okay. The next infraction is on paragraph 414, and that is Ghana Health Service Office. And Honorable Bao will take care of that one, please.
Thank you, Chairman, and welcome, Director General, and your staff. Director General, the infraction relates to an earned salary. 2 officers separated from the Ghana Health Service, and instead of, stopping their pay per Regulation 92 of the PFM Act, you still continue to validate them. And one had one Daniel Boati was paid an earned salary of 2,455 Ghana cedis, and then one Elizabeth Insia, who also vacated posts, was paid 18,989.52 Ghana cedis. And the recommendation was that you should recover this amount with interest at the prevailing Bank of Ghana rate and pay same into the Auditor General's recovery accounts, or the validating officers and the Auditor General pay this amount. Have you been able to recover this amount?
Madam Chair, thank you so very much, and good morning, everybody. For Daniel Boatin, yes, we've been able to recover all the amount, and then the rest, we've referred them to the appropriate organizations to take care of that. Nonetheless, they've been able to pay part, and we hope that they will pay the rest once they are being followed. Thank you.
DJ, how much of this money has been recovered?
So for the 2, we've been able to recover 5,455 Ghana cedis. And with Daniel Boatin, we've been able to recover about 2,445 Ghana cedis. And then Elizabeth, we've been able to recover 3,000 Ghana cedis. Thank you.
I think with Daniel Boatin, it means that you've recovered everything. But who validated Elizabeth Insia? Is the validator here? Is he in this all?
Unfortunately not, because this was done in 2023, and the person who did that is not available. Nonetheless, the person's attention has been called, and the respective organization are taking care of that. Thank you.
DG, the recommendation of the Auditor General is that the validation officer should pay. So I'm of the view that the validating officer should pay. And so, Chairman, I think we should give the validating officer some timeline to pay this money. This will serve as a deterrent for people who validate others who are not opposed. Chairman, that's my view.
The validation officer, is he around?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Is he still with the Ghana Health Services?
Yes, Chairman, he's still with Ghana Health Service.
Okay, so he's going to pay this amount.
I will take it up, Chairman.
Okay.
We shall take it up.
We'll give him 90 days to pay this amount.
90 days.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
The next infraction is on paragraph 418, and Honorable Hetoje will take care of that one.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, this paragraph has to do with single source procurement without approval. You know, the 5th schedule of the PPA Act, as amended, requires that where the value of a technical service falls within 50,000 to 5 million Ghana cedis, national competitive tendering with its attendant tendering procedures as enshrined in Part 5 of the Act shall be applied. Where the entity opts for single source procurement, approval must be sought from the board of the procurement authority. But the auditors have realized that between April 2023 to to December 2023, the service paid an amount of $128,453 to Akamai Technologies International, a company incorporated and based in Switzerland, in an international economic transaction for the provision of IT services. The transaction was accordingly carried out using single source procurement without approval from the board of the procurement authority. Further, management could not provide any signed contractual agreement between the contracting parties which details the nature and extent of responsibilities of the service provider. Now, the auditors are recommending that the DG should seek retrospective approval and also initiate the process of implementing the provisions under Section 92 of the Act 663, as amended, against the officers whose actions occasioned the anomaly. Mr. DG, what have you done about that?
All right, thank you so very much, Chairman. Management has submitted requests for approval to PPA, Public Procurement Authority. The reference number of the letter is GHS SDB9/2025-250813. So we are waiting the response on that. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, yes. They said they are waiting for them. So.
You are waiting for a response from who? PPA.
He's speaking to the mic.
From PPA.
When did you send this request?
Auditor, when was the request sent? Just 1 second.
It was sent, I think, about 3 weeks ago.
I'm informed it was sent 3 weeks ago.
Abba.
You know, we had a challenge with the PPA issues when we had to now go for commitment authorization certificate. So most of the documents that were sent to PPA initially were returned. And then we had to write to Ministry of Finance for the commitment authorization, and then we send them back to PPA. So that could have caused this delay.
This happened 2023. Then 2024 passed. 2025, April, passed. Sir. And then you sent the request just 3 weeks ago.
Mr. Chairman, as you know, I just inherited it, so I am 2025 born.
As for this, I just inherited. We've stopped using that cliche.
All right.
Because you inherit both the liability and the assets.
Very much agreed.
Yes. Was it a month or so ago, we had one fantastic CEO. He accepted that he inherited ABCD. And when you look at the extent that he had gone to try as much as possible to address the infraction, it was commendable. And so whether you did 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, you inherit the position with everything that comes with it. We'll be happy to support you to make sure you clear this infraction. But don't tell us you inherited a few days ago.
All right. Thank you so very much. As I just said it in a jovial form, the reality is that we came in and we sent all these letters. So most of the things are things that we are sending for them to be addressed. So I do agree, all inheritance, and I'm responsible for everything. Thank you.
Mr. DG, it is indicated here that you were not able to secure a signed service contract from the people because all the activities were done online. Is that true?
Could you kindly repeat, please?
It is indicated here that you were not able to secure a signed contract or service contract from the people simply because all the activities were done online. Is that true?
That's accurate.
DG, it seems to me the gentleman sitting beside you has more information than you do. And, sir, who are you, sir?
I'm the internal auditor.
Internal auditor. Yeah. How come you guys didn't do the right thing at the time you were supposed to? You were there, right?
I was there, but I wasn't the director.
So you sat down, and now the Director General who just took over is sweating it, but you were there. Do you have any evidence that you've sent requests to PPA for approval?
Yes, please.
Where is the evidence? And have you shown that evidence to the auditors?
The money is gone.
Sir, the question is, have you given it to the auditors?
No, please.
Why haven't you given it to the auditors? And you are the internal auditor.
I think, Mr. Chairman, I will show it to them after the sitting. It's here. The document is here.
But the auditors came there, they cited your office for this infraction.
At the time that they came, it wasn't ready yet.
It wasn't what?
Ready yet. At the time that they came to do the follow-up.
This happened in 2023.
Yeah.
Sir, Director General, I'll give it to the auditors, let them review it and see if that's what they need. And auditors, please, we will need for you to follow up on this. And if they haven't done it, let us know, and there will be additional penalties for them. The next infraction is on paragraph 423, and Honorable Ahinakwa will take care of that one. Ahinkwa, sorry. That is Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital, please. Can we have Korle-Bu?
Yes, you have the principal must go.
Huh?
The DG must go. Korle-Bu is not coming.
Yeah, Korle-Bu, please come in, and then maybe some of you will follow off, but the Deputy Minister, the Chief Director, and the Director General of Ghana Health Service will have to be with us.
There's no how to sit you for Korle-Bu. It's on its own. Ghana Health Service is also an agency on its own. You understand? No.
Do we have Korle-Bu here, please? Have you guys been sworn in? Please use the microphone. We are recording everything.
Honorable Chair, we have been sworn in.
You've been sworn in.
Yes,
Korle-Bu have been sworn in. Okay. Honorable Ahinkwa will take care of this, please.
Okay, thank you, Chair. This infraction is about unpresented payment vouchers.
Can you introduce yourselves, please?
I'm Dr. Yakubu Seidu Adam, CEO of Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital.
My name is Gideon Gauga, the Acting Director of Finance.
Munir Al-Hassan, Director of Administration.
Yehuda Jaula, Director. Yehuda Jaula, Director Human Resources.
Dr. Franco Suseche, Director of Medical Affairs.
Dr. Charles Nikwado Fepam, Director of Pharmacy.
Thank you, Chair. This infraction is about unpresented payment vouchers to a tune of 290,304. Some 5 separate payments were made, which amounts to 290,304 Ghana cedis. And these payments were not supported by payment vouchers, which is against the law. The auditors asked the acting chief executive officer to recover this amount and pay to the recoveries account of the Bank of Ghana. According to the auditors, management failed to respond to this issue. So, management, what have you done so far?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. So far, we've been able to retrieve all the 5 payment vouchers, and we have forwarded it to the auditors for their validation.
Auditors, please confirm this claim.
Yes, Honorable Chair, the payment vouchers have been presented and they have been reviewed.
The next infraction is on paragraph 427, and this is an unbudgeted 13th month salary payment. The amount in question is 14,823,000 from the internal generated fund between 2022 and 2024. We recommend that the acting chief executive officer should stop payment of 13th month salary and seek approval from Minister of Finance through the Minister of Health. Have you done that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the approval?
We actually was an instruction from the Ministry of Health that as a teaching hospital, we pay the 13-month salary. So that was budgeted for. And the payment done. But because we operate together, that is the clinical services and the pharmaceutical services, when the payment was being done, some funds were taken from the pharmacy unit to effect the payment.
Sir, the question was, the recommendation was that you need to seek approval from Ministry of Finance through Ministry of Health. Have you done that? And you said yes.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Where is this approval?
So, Honorable Chair, what we did was that in our budget presentation, the 2023-2024 budget presentation, we actually budgeted for 13-month salary payment, which we presented to the select committee and it was approved. So that is the basis on which we paid the 13-month.
Mr. Chairman, a minute. The auditors have come in. Theirs is that you will need approval from Ministry of Finance. The select committee does not allot the budget. Ministry of Finance does that and gives every ministry what they are supposed to spend in a particular year. Such that if you are making any payments that is not sanctioned you have to seek approval from them. So the question is simple. Have you sought that approval? Yes, no. That is what we want to know. If you haven't, tell us the reason why you haven't gone for that approval. What steps you are taking to go in for that approval.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Chair. We have not gone to the Ministry of Health for that approval because because
you cannot justify. You haven't gone. So what process are you taking to go and do the needful? That is all.
Okay, Honorable Chair, going forward, we'll do that.
It is not okay. It is what the public financial management is asking you to do. So it is not your will. Okay, we will go. No, sir. The auditors are very clear. They are saying that you are paying a 13th month salary and you have paid to the tune of 14.8 million Ghana cedis. What they are asking you to do the right thing. Is that process too difficult for Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital to do?
Okay. Going forward, Honorable Chair, we'll seek that.
You are not doing anybody a favor by saying going forward. That is what the law mandates you to do. So give me steps on how you are going to make sure you write to Ministry of Health asking that this particular infraction has been cited against us. They want it rectified. And so we are writing to you to forward this letter to Ministry of Finance to give us approval because we usually budget it through our IGF and then we pay. What we are asking you to do is do the needful when it comes to public financial management. Many a time, ministries, departments, and agencies think when it comes to IGF, the PFM rule does not apply. But it does. It does. So you cannot sit and refuse to carry out directives from the audit service on how to utilize IGF. You have to utilize it according to the law. So, Mr. CEO, we would want you to take steps and within a week report to us, show us a copy of the letter you have sent to Ministry of Health, asking that they forward it to Ministry of Finance, seeking approval on your behalf so that you do the needful. I mean, that's all. Let's make things easy for all of us.
It's well noted, Honorable Chair.
Yes, sir.
Chair, the recommendations of the auditor were in two legs. The first leg was that they should stop the payment of the 13th month salary. Have you stopped that?
Yes. So what we are struggling with currently is the payment of the...
Say, have you stopped that? Yes or no?
No.
Why?
Because
let me come in here, please. The IGF is public funds. You are taking it from the public, and you should spend it in line with the PFM Act. And so if the auditor gives a recommendation and you say you are not going to work with it, I don't know which laws you want to work with in this country.
Honorable Chair.
So you must put an immediate stop to it.
Honorable Chair, maybe I can give a background to it. This 13th month salary was arrived at and the institutions were communicated to by Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Employment and Labor Commission, as well as Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, and the labor unions.
Dr. Usu-Seche, respectfully, if there's anything like that, give us the documents to show, and then we all make progress and move forward.
Respectfully, we have. So we thought that would suffice.
So please, did you show it to the auditors when they came to your outfit?
Yes, Honorable Chair, we do.
Auditors, can you please confirm? Because the CEO and the gentleman who just spoke didn't give any indication to that effect. They said they haven't done it. You were here. You heard them say they haven't written.
Honorable Chair, no such document has been given to us.
Respectfully, you are dear, cherished doctors. We ask that you go back and do the needful. And we solve the problem. Hey, doctors, even lawyers don't litigate like this. Oh. And you want to litigate on matters that is not within your purview. You don't have the strength to litigate. Yours is to take care of us and make sure we are good. So let's do the needful and move and make progress. Thank you very much.
Well noted, Honorable Chairman.
I'm confused here. I'm very confused. The auditor said, stop payment of 13 months salary and seek approval from Ministry of Finance through the Ministry of Health. What is so difficult about this statement? That the two of you are giving conflicting statements over here. We haven't done it. We are going to do it. Now that you've told Madam Chair that you understand, I don't think you understand what you said. So tell us, what do you understand?
Actually, it was a union request, and the government at the time subscribed to the fact that going forward, we, the hospitals, will be paying the 13-month salary. And like my colleague indicated, we have letters to that effect, and we can present to the auditors to see.
If you have letters?
Yeah, that communicated to us that we can pay the 13-month salary.
So if you have the letter, why didn't you give it to the auditors? So we've been talking about this. You have the letter. Do you have a copy over here?
Honorable Chair, we have the letter instructing us from the Ministry of Health to pay the 13-month based on the collective bargaining agreement with the various unions.
Have you given that to the auditor?
That is what I indicated earlier, that we have forwarded it to the auditors.
Auditors, do you have any communication like that?
Honorable Chair, I did indicate that we don't have that document.
Doctor. Doctor, you are the finance guy, right? Where do you have that letter?
Yes, so I think...
Where? Question is, where do you have that letter?
Where?
Where?
No, we have it here. We have it. We even
you have
copies.
the letter here.
Yeah, we brought a copy.
Can you make sure that you give one to the auditors, please?
Come again? Of course, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Let's go to the next infraction. The next infraction is unrecovered salary advance of 195,000. We recommend that the Chief Executive Officer should ensure that the Acting Director of Finance recovers the total amount. Have you recovered this 195,000?
Yeah, Honorable Chair, we have recovered in full all the 195,000.
Do you have evidence of it?
We have evidence of it.
Have you given it to the auditors?
We have shown it to the auditors, yes.
Auditors, could you confirm, please?
Honorable Chair, we can confirm that the entire amount has been recovered.
You see, that one, you had evidence. You gave it to him. The other one, give the letter to the auditors, and then so be before from. The next one is on paragraph 434, and Honorable Payto will take care of that, please.
Chair, thank you. This is about revenue loss. That is 2023 January to 2023 December. A total amount of 3,817,195 was unable to correct as a claim rejected by NHIS and then other other private insurance. I want to know if you have making any steps to recover that and then pay same to Auditor General accounts.
Thank you very much. I think these were losses that were occasioned mainly by NHI policy restrictions. We did indicate the last time we appeared before this committee that we had some restrictions with the NHI policy. For example, multiple attendances at the hospital. When somebody presents or comes to the hospital, NHIS recognize just one claim. Meanwhile, we have different hospitals within Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital. So you can report to the polyclinic, and then they will ask you to go to the eye clinic. They can ask you to go to the lab, but NHI's policy restricts you to only one claim per day. And then, which means that all the other places that you visit, the claims will be rejected.
Respectfully, have you brought this to the attention of the minister or the policymakers?
Yes, so the last time we presented, they asked us to write to the Ministry of Health, and which we did, and then we also did a follow-up with another letter. We have done all that, but we have not received any response from the ministry yet.
Okay, so Deputy Minister, if you'd take it up and see to the resolution of this, we'll be very grateful. Thank you.
The next infractions on paragraph 437 and Honorable Eleplin will take care of that one.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The infractions: private health insurance indebtedness to the tune of 235,582. It was noted that Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital provided healthcare services to private health insurance holders. However, the private health insurance providers owed the hospital a total amount of 711,018.28, with 445,436,000 recovered, leaving a difference of 235,581, as shown below. So it's recommended that the Chief Executive should ensure that the Acting Director of Finance recovers the total amount from the defaulting private health insurance. DG, do you have anything to say on this?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Currently, we have fully recovered all the outstandings from the private health insurance companies.
AG, can you confirm this for us?
Honorable Chair, total amount has been recovered.
Great. Let's move to the next one, paragraph 441. And Honorable Simon will take care of that one.
Thank you very much, Chair. The infraction is about a judgment debt of 113,500. But for me, what touches me is what caused the infraction. Medical negligence leading to death. One of them was overdose. The other one was exhumation of a body because the body that was given out to the family was the wrong one. So they had to go and exhume the body and then all that. I can imagine what the families would have gone through. And I want to sympathize with the family. I mean, it's becoming one too many. And I feel that we cannot continue to do this to our citizens. We expect professionalism. And so I want to find out what measures have been put in place to ensure that this does not happen. But before that, let me say, Minister, thank you for coming. You know well. I wish you well. And so I want to know what has been put in place to ensure that this does not happen, because we can't continue like this.
Hello. Honorable Chair, well, this issue occurred during the COVID restrictions. We had our hospital team and we also had the COVID team. The bodies were released. However, in taking the bodies out of the hospital, the external COVID team swabbed them. That was what occurred. So when the families notified the hospital, we had to, a request for exhumation was done. And the hospital actually paid the money as cost of the exercise because there was an advantage in disguise. In the training of pathologists, there is exhumation pathology, which the specialists have to go through. And normally what happens is that you cannot get a family to give a grave for you to exercise that. So this, though it occurred it gave us the opportunity to train our people in matters regarding exhumation pathology. And so the cost was against the training and not actually the... Yes. So on the basis of that, it was the cost of the exercise, and then the cost of our team, the team that was supposed to learn from the exercise. That is what occurred.
I think this even makes it worse. I am appalled by this response, to be honest with you. I am appalled by this response because...
Honorable Chair, actually, like he mentioned earlier, because of the swapping, it was now the burden of the hospital to ensure that we correct. Yeah, I'm coming to do that.
Director General, what I'm interested in is you are supposed to recover the money. Those officers who caused this negligence, they were supposed to recover the amount from them and pay to the Attorney General's coffers. Have you done that?
That was the...
Yes or no?
Actually, that was the external COVID team who swapped the bodies. So, we...
CEO, the answer we want is yes, we have. No, we haven't.
No. Yeah. Actually, we are sorry for exactly what happened, but we haven't still recovered.
CEO.
Yes. Mr.
The
Chair.
recommendation, let me read you the recommendation on paragraph 443. We recommended that the acting chief executive officer should recover the total amount of $113,000 from the officers whose negligence occasioned the payment of judgment debt and same paid into the Auditor General's recoveries account at Bank of Ghana, failing which the acting chief executive officer should pay. Have you done that?
Honorable Chair, we haven't done that.
Why not?
Well, looking at the two situations, both were difficult circumstances, and like...
Chief Executive Officer.
Yes, they were...
we give you 90 days to pay this $113,000. Thank you very much. And then show to evidence of that to the auditors. Now, let's move on to the next one. It's paragraph 445, please. And it's about rent defaulters. And they've defaulted to the tune of 268,000 Ghana cedis. What has happened to this amount?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Currently, as we speak, we've been able to recover 107,000 of the amount, and recovery is still in progress. We have written letters to the defaulters, and we're giving them a deadline of December 2025 to pay in full all the amount that they owe.
Auditors, could you confirm what he just said, please?
Honorable Chair, we can confirm an amount of 101,287.85 to have been recovered, leaving a balance of 167,426.15.
You have more outstanding than you have recovered. So when will you recover the rest of the amount?
So by end of December, we hope to have recovered the rest of the money.
End of December, the auditors will be there to confirm. That's a promise you are giving to this committee.
Yes,
and the whole country. They are watching you.
Yes, please.
All right. The next infraction is on paragraph 449, and that will be Honorable Elikplim.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So the infraction, misapplication of 24-hour pharmacy drug fund. I think it has been discovered that the purpose of this fund, the monies have been misappropriated. I want to find out, it's to the tune of 12,260,112.91. Director, can you tell us when we are going to pay this money? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. So we have an arrangement with we took the money from actually our pharmacy account to make the payment when the pressure was on us to pay the 30-month salary. So we looked at the pharmacy account where we had surpluses, and that's where we transferred the money from to pay. We have arranged, and that by monthly installment, we'll be remitting those monies to the pharmacy unit. Thank you.
Sir, you told us you had budgeted for the money, and so you had the right to spend. And here you are telling us that you didn't have the money, so then you had to go and take money from the pharmacy drug fund. The fact that you have budgeted for something and you don't have the money, must you spend?
Honorable Chair, what I meant was that the pharmacy and the service budget is together. It is not separated. That is the hospital budget. So the hospital budget is made up of the pharmacy, the drug, and the services. So that is what we did. It's not separated that we are going to pay explicitly from service or drugs. But we said that we budgeted it.
Sir, why do you think we have separate accounts? At the Ministry of Health, there's the goods and services accounts, there's the compensation accounts, and then there's also the capital expenditure account. But who says if you want money from the compensation accounts and you don't have money, you can go to the capital expenditure account, all because it's the ministry's fund, and take money from there?
Honorable
Respectfully, you
Honorable
are flouting the PFM rules. Respectfully, you are flouting the rules. Let's all do the right thing. You doctors, your mandate is clearly spelled out for you. But where you have a lot of infractions like this, it doesn't speak well of all of us, especially our doctors who are managing some of these things. You don't have monies in the respective accounts that you draw the 13th month salary from. Then you go to the pharmacy account to go and take money from there because it is all money. But that is not the law. Monies that are put in respective accounts are for specific purposes. Otherwise, we'll just lump everything into one account. Otherwise, government will just lump all the monies into one big account and say, this is it is for Ghana. It is taxes that are raised for everybody. So then everybody, if you don't have money and you want money, just dip your hand in and take. Respectfully, that is not how we run public finances. Ministry of Health, you have to take a closer look at this and make sure the right thing is done. Already you have a lot on your plate. We've taken care of many cases and other equally important things that you should address. You shouldn't be sitting here to be addressing some of these things. So please, 12.2 million Ghana cedis. How much have you put in the account as we speak today? Monies that you didn't have that you took from the pharmacy drug fund. How much have you put back into the account to defray the 12.2 million Ghana cedis you paid for the 13th month account?
So we arranged that we'll pay it by monthly installment. And
the question is, how much have you put in? Because you paid in December.
We have not commenced.
We
have not commenced.
September 2025. So how much have you put in?
We have not commenced. We will commence next month, God willing.
Come on.
Madam, let me ask you something. Are these guys politicians?
No. Yes.
You see, when you say corruption, they will say politicians.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now let's move on. The next infraction is on paragraph 453, and Honorable Sebastian Day. Look, how long is it going to, what time limit do you need to pay back this 12 million?
So by 12 monthly installment, we'll be able to finish.
Sir, within 90 days, transfer that money back. Within 90 days. Otherwise, you will come and face us again.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Because when you needed the money, you quickly withdrew it from other accounts. Pay that money back. And you still don't have the approval. Okay, people are pleading on your behalf that you should have 6 months. Yes. Why?
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Okay, they are your people. 6 months, pay back the money. Honorable Day, you have the next infraction, please. It's paragraph 453. And it's an Regional Health Directorate, Greater Accra Region.
I have a public interest question. Yeah, I think Korle-Bu is done. But we will give you the opportunity. No, you haven't been discharged yet. Tell us the current state of our premier teaching hospital. Tell us the current state of our premier teaching hospital.
Honorable
And
Chair.
I also want you to throw light on the dialysis issue, the sickle cell issue that the NHIA has taken up. Throw some light on it for us, because I believe that a lot of patients are listening and they want to hear from you as to how you are managing this, so that the people who, for one reason or the other, are saddled with some of these diseases can also seek proper care. Thank you.
Honorable Chair, thank you. As we speak now, I can confidently confirm that patients need to come to our facility with only their national health insurance card, and they can access dialysis at no cost at all. We have also made sure that...
Since when did this start?
Well, we have been doing that for the past...
So there was a pilot phase, and after that, when it got fully rolled out, we have. And so people come in there with their health insurance, and then they get dialysis for free.
When did this start?
I think it was a latter part of last year. And it's continued since.
The latter part of last year, and it's continued
I have forgotten the exact timing, but I think right after the pilot phase was completed.
When was that completed?
Excuse me.
The pilot phase was...
Okay. No, Mr. Chairman.
When was the pilot phase completed?
Madam Chair, January.
You are under oath. When was the pilot phase completed? See you.
Well, like the DJ said.
Respectfully, see you. Yeah. This is national television. Yeah. And you don't say what you don't know, especially when you know it is not the right thing you are telling us. Okay. So I'm asking you, when was the pilot phase completed? Respectfully.
Okay, Madam Chair, there was a directive from
If you don't know the exact dates, you can step it down and provide us with the exact dates later on. Because you are under oath. You have sworn to tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
Like that, we'll go and cross-check and let you know exactly when we started the process.
Dr. Usu said here, you are on something. Respectfully, if the CEO will allow you to continue and then tell us.
Well, I think if it comes to the specifics, because I wasn't made aware that such a question will come up, I don't remember the details.
As for public interest questions, we ourselves are not aware. Yes. But as we sit here and the public tell us, this is our concern, can you ask, can you address this for us? We do the needful because we are here representing the public and the citizens.
But what I can confirm was that there was a pilot phase where we were giving money and then patients could come in and access the service. And when that elapsed, we ruled out the full implementation.
When did this elapse?
Those are the details, the fine details that I have forgotten.
Because I remember last year, that was in 2024, it was this project or this pilot was started.
Yes. So I think it's either It was latter part of last year that we had that. Yeah. And then it has continued throughout, unabated. So what my chief said, that people come and get dialysis with their card, is true indeed. It's going on in Korle-Bu as of now.
Dr. Osu Seche, a lot of people are concerned, saying that that is not the case. That is not what is happening on the ground. Respectfully, see, when you have those kinds of ailments and you can't get care, you don't have anybody helping you with this. You are supposed to, where are you supposed to go to? When you come to Korle-Bu, where do you go to? You go to, is it nephrology?
The Urology Center of Excellence.
Yes.
Yeah.
You go there, what is the process? What are you supposed to do? You just present your card. It's not as easy as you sit here and say it. No, because I know people who have gone through it, and that is not the results, or that is not what they are given or they are told. So, Korle-Bu, I'll see you respectfully.
Yeah, Madam
Let
Chair,
us walk the talk.
Madam Chair,
if we
I
say
can
we are,
confirm.
please hold on.
Yes.
If we say we are going on with free dialysis, and it is for a particular category of people, let's state it clearly, so that when I come and I know that I'm within the age of this, I qualify for free dialysis, then I go. Above 25, and so I don't qualify, or I'm above a certain income, so then I don't qualify, then we know. But if you put it out there that there's free dialysis, I go there and all I get is frustration. Respectfully, it is difficult.
Chair, honestly now, like you mentioned, it's difficult. But we are giving the service for free to anybody who has National Health Insurance card at hand.
So I want
That
you
is
to
not
sit here
all.
and tell us the process, so that when I come, I know this is it.
Exactly so. Once you come and show your National Health Insurance card, and you have gone through the process, they give you the treatment for free. You don't pay anything at all. Apart from that, we are also
Respectfully, what is killing us is the process. So what process do they go through?
The process is a new patient. When you come in, you have to give out your card. They will process you to be, at least you have a card of Korle-Bu. Once you have that card, in addition to your National Health Insurance card, you are qualified for the service. And that is not all. We are also making a frantic effort to make sure that we are able to take majority of our patients out of the dialysis. So that is why we mentioned earlier on that we are working on the organ transplant issue. And that is what we are doing. This year, we have operated about 6 patients. Am I right? And God being on our side, most were successful. But we are not ending there. We are still going forward to ensure that it becomes widespread. So that's what we are doing, to ensure that we give service to our people at the time they need it most.
But you talked about the organ transfer thing. I want to find out if, I don't think we have an organ transfer law or anything to that effect. So, Madam Minister, this is also to remind your minister that it is very, very important that we have a legal backing to some of these things that we do, so that we will all be protected, both the patients and the person giving the care. That is very, very important, and I think we should look at that one. The next one has to do with...
Madam Chair. We are working on it diligently, and it's not just for the transplantation, but also for surrogacy and for that whole thing about infertility issues. So we are very much aware of it, and we are on course, and we are working on it. So expect to see something in Parliament soon. Thank you.
Thank you. The other one has to do with the sickle cell. Can you tell us the status of the free sickle cell that the public hospitals are given to patients?
Well,
and whether NHIA is covering that as well?
Well, sickle cell diseases too is also one of the debilitating hematologic conditions that we have. And that one, I can say that you come in with your National Health Insurance and you are taken care of. But we also screen the patients. It's not only the systemic diseases, they also have eye conditions that you have to deal with. So that is why there's a need for the screening, which we do either we get the eye doctors to go to the sickle cell department or they are referred to the eye center to be taken care of. So sickle cell disease, though, like I mentioned earlier, is also covered under National Health Insurance. Of late, what we have done is we have made sure that we have the chemistry and the hematology labs within the sickle cell clinic so that they don't have to travel far to the main clinic to get their labs done, so that it's going to be customer friendly, or in other words, it's going to be the client friendly. So we are ensuring that when they get there, it will become like one-stop shop. We handle all their cases and discharge them, Madam Chair.
Yeah, thank you very much, CEO. I pray and hope that we walk the talk, because sometimes people come to Korle-Bu and they live with a lot of frustration and they are worse than they left, especially with some of these diseases. The sickle cell disease, the kidney disease that we're talking about. So respectfully, I pray and hope that with the support of everybody, you can do exactly what you are telling the people of Ghana today. On this note, I think I'll leave it for Chairman to conclude on whether you've been discharged or not. Thank you.
Sir,
thank you, Madam
Chair. Sir, you are discharged. Now, Regional Health Directorate, Greater Accra Region. And the Ghana Health.